You have seen the DPS tier list, and now it's time for the support tier list. If you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing, as it really helps me make more videos for you guys and it keeps my water warm at home. Thank you. Now I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, but Zenyatta's the best support. 275 health with his kick, and the Discord orb is insane. He's the bane of every tank to the point that people just gave up on healing the tanks and are running Lucio with Zenyatta in a race to kill the enemy team faster. Disgusting S tier. Well, here's the polar opposite. Yari is the worst support, lowest pick rate, she has no real niche, there's never a reason to pick her over the other supports. The pylon is terrible and locks you out of it for way too long if it's broken. The right click got nerfed hard and will be barely able to keep up your support partner, let alone the tank. Her damage is awful, and her sunburst cannot even kill with the health increase anymore. I love Yari and she's in desperate need of buffs. D tier. Baptiste is always another very strong pick. People sleep on how insane his kit is. His damage output is incredible, and he's one of the few heroes this season that can actually keep a tank alive. He has immortality, AoE burst, healing, and a no cooldown movement ability. Just comparing this to Yari really shows the character difference. S tier. Next up, Ana's probably experiencing a low for the very first time in Overwatch history. Her sleep is still really strong and the nade is alright, but there's no real reason for her to be run. Marga and Hog are useless against Discord Orb, running Ana is just overkill. If you miss your cooldowns, you will not get a lot of value compared to the other supports. B tier. Lucio is a very strong hero now. You can run him with most tanks and his damage is more consistent thanks to the hitbox increase. Speed boost is insane in all the dive and rush comps being run, and he has amazing peel with the new boop distance. However, Lucio is insanely difficult to play well, so don't expect to pick him up and carry every lobby. S tier. Mercy's in a bit of a weird spot, where all the DPS characters that are good right now love a Mercy pocket. You're better off just running Zen and discording someone for a universal damage buff to the team. She has an easier time surviving now, but at what cost? As the utility she brings to a team is already very limited and DPS dependent. C tier. Moira is actually surprisingly okay this season. You can run her well with Lucia, and the Moira might be able to keep the tank up as well. Probably the strongest she has been since the GOATS meta. B tier. Kiriko is and will always be really good. Kitsune is an amazing ultimate, Suzu alone will be able to keep this character at least A tier, and her kunai buffs help her with headshots even easier. I think Kiriko has a bit of a consistency problem with the headshot requirement to deal any real damage, but other than that, she's still an amazing hero. A tier. Lifeweaver is in a tough spot. His kit is not made for this season and it's pretty apparent. He doesn't provide enough heals or damage to keep up with the rest of the cast. Life grip is still an insane ability, but most of the time, your team will just call you slurs if you grip them. Good Lifeweavers will have the most broken tree placements ever just to keep up with regular abilities of the other supports. So, C tier. Last but not least, not terrible, not amazing, it's Brigitte. She's pretty strong for protecting the Zenyatta, but wouldn't mind a little bit of a shield buff. That was it for the supports. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. The tank one is up next.